clip comes from the podcast Grown Up Kids, hosted by brother and sister Seth and Jesse.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Seth.
And we're siblings.
We are.
And we have a podcast.
It's not a paranormal podcast, and they've never posted or even mentioned anything supernatural. But then, one day, while recording,
I am stupid good at the game. What was that?
I don't know, but it scared me.
Yeah. Wait, I'm being so serious.
I don't know, but I'm scared. That sounded like a dinosaur. What do we do?
I don't even...
What the frick was that?
I can't even begin to imagine what that was.
Like the pipes or something?
Okay, so it either sounded like...
I thought someone was playing music. Thank God you were here, because
No.
if that happened while I was home alone, I would have literally pooped my pants.
as you can tell from their reaction, Jesse and Seth have no clue what they just heard, but it totally freaks them out. To this day, they say they have no idea what this sound was, and Jessie says that she has never heard this sound in her home before this incident or since. So, you tell me, what do you think the sound is?
I am stupid good at the game. What was that?
Playtime is over. A woman named Jessica says that she recently purchased a fun playhouse for her daughter that looks very similar to their own house, complete with its own motion sensing doorbell camera.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Then I'm going to show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door.
But since then, things around their house have gotten a little spooky. Jessica's daughter says that she sometimes sees a scary guy in their house.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
At first, Jessica dismisses it as her daughter's overactive imagination, especially when her daughter claims the scary guy is in her room. Jessica doesn't see anyone or anything. Then, a few nights later, something happens that absolutely freaks Jessica out. She's sitting in her living room when she suddenly receives a motion alert, not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's little playhouse. When Jessica checks the notification, what she sees is straight out of a horror movie. Now, a note on this clip. This is not a motion camera that pans around a room on its own motor. The camera is actually attached to the playhouse door, so this back and forth motion means the playhouse door is actually opening and closing. But it gets even weirder because the camera repeatedly catches a little playtime mannequin head in the corner of the playhouse. Its hair seems to be lifted up by some unseen force and then just suddenly drops back down. After this, Jessica says she's had enough. She took down the little playhouse, but her daughter still sometimes says she sees the scary guy back in their house. This next video we're about to watch comes from a Mexican TikToker named Joss Gambu. Joss works as a trucker for an undisclosed company, and in this video he can be seen walking around his truck. At first, it seems like nothing unusual could possibly happen, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Watch what happens as Joss slowly walks around the perimeter of the truck.
¡A la verga!
Did you see it? If you look carefully enough, you should be able to spot a strange entity creepily lurking behind the wheel of Joss's truck. Sadly, there isn't any context provided with the video, and no updates have been posted since. So, unfortunately, we'll likely never know what happened after this. But if you're watching this and you work as a trucker for a living, be sure to keep this video in mind the next time you clock off for the day. Imagine settling into your couch with a big bowl of popcorn, ready to enjoy a movie. It's a familiar scene, one we've all experienced countless times. But have you ever been watching a film when out of nowhere you think you've spotted something unexpected? Something that looks like a real UFO appearing on a screen? That's the situation Reddit user Ocean Swim found himself in one day in late 2024. He was sitting down and watching a 1954 movie called Niagara, directed by Henry Hathaway. Pay close attention to the scene in question. Did you see it? If you look just carefully enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be a UFO in the bottom left shot with the helicopter. It's truly remarkable and head-scratching stuff. Ocean Swim says that the movie has absolutely nothing to do with UFOs or aliens, meaning that it was most likely not put in the movie by the filmmakers. So, what in the world is going on here? Do you guys think this old movie actually ended up showcasing footage of a legitimate UFO? And if this is not a UFO, what do you guys think it could be? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments. Frightful photobombs. This next weird story was discovered by the YouTube channel SLP Podcast Haunted City Studios. A woman named Venice posts on Facebook that she's been having some very odd experiences and thinks that some sort of spirit or entity has attached itself to her and her youngest daughter. Venice says that recently, when she takes photos of her daughter, the pictures often come out very strange and disturbing. Venice posted a few pictures that definitely make her point. First up, Venice snapped this photo of her youngest daughter in the pool. She's been playfully dunked underwater by her sister, but she looks like this.
Oh my.
That's not right.
Oh my gosh.
The daughter's face looks like a horror special effect.
It really does.
It looks like a mask.
Right.
Deep set dark eyes, very pale skin. It's unsettling to look at because you're trying to make a normal face out of it and you just can't.
No.
As mentioned, for some odd reason, in this photo the daughter's face just, well, it doesn't look like a face. Venice posted another photo she took of her young daughter crouching on a bed.
Oh my.
Nope. That's
Look at her
really,
face, though. Here's the
Right.
thing.
Really weird.
Here's the thing. Look, what is that? Like,
This child might be possessed, like for real.
It is very upsetting to look at this and think it could be anything like that.
yeah.
Now, if this is some dark spiritual attachment appearing in Venice's photos, then it's not just limited to her daughter. When Venice receives a speeding ticket in the mail from an automatic traffic camera, something odd shows up in that photo too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's a figure sitting next to her. It's very clear. And it actually, when I first saw it, I thought it was an old woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I still
But
think.
then the more I look at it, the more I see kind of classic depictions of, big head, small neck kind of entity.
I think there's two people in there. One's living, one's not.
Something with an abnormally large, distorted head seems to be sitting in the passenger seat right next to Venice. So, just what do you think is going on in all of Venice's photos lately, even in pictures that she didn't take herself? Let me know what you think.